Time for another stock review. This time we're talking POET Technologies, ticker symbol POET. During this review, we're going to take a look at all the numbers. We're going to see if it all stacks up, see if you can make any money. We're going to go through all the numbers and see if you're able to turn on the money printer. Is this one for you? It's a lot of tech. AI, we're going to be discussing AI today and technologies, and we're also going to compare it to another favorite as well. So get ready for POET Technologies. In this review, we're going to show you the intrinsic valuation, who's buying, who's selling on the inside. We're going to share with you some full analysis, looking at all the numbers. There's all the numbers there. We're going to go through in fine detail the analysis. We'll take a look at the website. We'll also take a look at a back test comparing it to Ciena, another as a competitor in the space. All of that's coming up for you on this review. I hope you like reviews. I hope you like deep dives. We're going to cover it all for you live on this show, and it's being made live as we speak. It's very, very exciting, so I hope you'll enjoy the way we do this. We always make our videos live, unedited. There's no team of editors. It all happens live as I read it. So tap the like button if you're interested in POET Technologies, or you wish to support the channel and be shown more content like what I do, or in fact just shown my content, not like what I do. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, there you go. Click subscribe and ring the bell as well. We're just approaching 75,000 subscribers. We're very excited, and we love what we do. We're live here 12 hours a day, right, up to 12 hours a day. So, what is POET Technologies? Let's start from the beginning and let's go through it. If we show you here on the maximum chart, you can see there, nice and straightforward, IPO'd back there in 2022. It's just a couple of years old, and it's down at 61%. It fell off a cliff. However, you can see straight away that even though it did fall off a cliff, that's what IPOs were doing at the time, and it rebounded, and it's trying to break up. But you can also see it is very much a trading stock. Okay, let's read a bit more about it, and we'll break it all down. So here we go. POET Technologies engages in the design, developing, manufacturing, and sale of opto-electronic solutions for the sensing, data communications and telecommunications markets. It developed POET Optical Interposer. It developed POET Optical Interposer platform, which allows the integration of electronic and photonic devices into a single multi-chip module. The company was founded in November the 14th, 1985. So it's been around for a while in Canada, and now, of course, it's gone public just a couple of years ago. Headquartered in Toronto, Canada. The listed name for this is POET Technologies. Now, the CEO is Suresh Venkatasan. If you'd like Suresh on the show, we have done, and we do lots of Meet the CEO interviews where you can talk directly to your CEO. We've done many, and there are many more planned this year and going forward into next year. If you'd like Suresh on the show, what you do is you email investor relations on the website. Tell them that you are an investor and you'd like to learn more about the company. And we have 75,000 subscribers who are passionate investors who would love to learn more about them. And we also rank #1 for most of the stocks that we cover. So if you get a relationship with them, they'll communicate with you, and eventually you can put them in contact with me when you've got them interested. I never cold call anyone, never provide my services or sell my services to anyone. I believe in people do it for you, and that's how we've done it all the way through. That's how we've got all our investor CEOs on the show. So let's have a look further down. Volume 226, very low volume. Average volume 1.35, very, very low volume, of course. It's a penny stock, it's under $5, which means it's volatile and it's vulnerable for being delisted if it goes below $1. Also, you've got such low volume that it's hard to sell for the price that you want. You might be waiting for the price that you want. No one's buying, no one's selling, not much going on. So low volume is difficult to trade. Okay, market cap 330 million, very, very small company. This will rank number one on our channel on YouTube, so a lot of people will get to learn about this today, no question about it. And every time that we've covered a stock like this, it does move once we start talking to the CEO dramatically one way or the other. It gets a lot more attention. The volume does go up. The PE ratio is negative. This company doesn't make any money. It loses money. So the PE ratio, and we'll come on to the forward in a moment, is negative. No dividend, obviously, here. Now, that's not good to see, is it? Insiders are selling themselves. Insiders are actually selling the stock themselves. Let's see if it's uninformative selling, though. There it is. It's uninformative selling. So that's not as bad, okay? When insiders are doing uninformative selling, it's just a process they go through. Nothing to worry about there. People look at that and they go, that's terrible. But actually, if you look at it, it's actually very small amounts. They're just trimming. It's not a big deal. It's nothing to be worried about. Of course, we prefer to see buying, but don't worry about that too much. It's nothing major. Uninformative selling isn't a major deal. Earnings, well, as you can see, it's been going down and down and down. It's been missing expectations. Expectations looks steadily increasing, so it's strange to see it's gone the other way. We're really Wall Street just expecting this to do so much better, and it hasn't. Why? Well, we'll discover that later on. Who else is buying the stock? Well, here's half the problem. We are in the penny stock club, and we're in stocks which are extremely volatile. Palantir, 700 times earnings recently. So people like to gamble, speculate, overbuy, oversell. So you're in that club. Soundtown's in that club. Big Bear, Rigetti. Yeah, look at all this. SoFi, terrible. Archer Aviation, interesting. IonQ, massively overbought. Applied Digital, Supermicro, not providing its documentation. Quantum Computing, massively overbought. AMD, yep. You're seeing stocks in here. Thank God we don't see any Mullen, though, any scam stock. But what we do see is very volatile stocks. So you're going to get volatility. This is a difficult one. You're going to also need Sensei on Sunday to do you a chart. If you remember, join Sensei on Sunday. I'll leave you the links below at the end of this video. This will be made in a video, and there'll be a link at the end. Join Sensei on Sunday, and if you are a member, ask him for a chart on this, and he will do a technical chart, the buy zone, sell zone, support levels, and so on and so forth. And just say Martyn sent you. And if you are a member, he will do a chart for you. I will give you all the information. That's 3 p.m. Central on Sunday on the channel. Okay, let's move over now to the next part. Please tap the like button and consider subscribing. It'd be wonderful if you joined our family. Let me show you some further information on the website itself. So let's see some of their products so we can get an understanding of more what this company is about. Let's go over here. As you can see, POET Terralite optical engines. I'm just going to show you a little bit of how they present themselves. You can see here, POET Wavelight and POET Infinity. These are some of their products you may be familiar with. You can just Google this if you want to know more. POET Technologies. Just Google that. Very, very easy. A nice, simple website, really. About us. What do they say? Our vision for the company is to become the global leader in chip-scale photonic solutions by deploying our optical interposer technology to enable the seamless integration of electronics and photonics for a broad range of vertical market applications. Okay. Now then, it's worth noting there's some competition. I'm going to come on to their competition in a minute and do a back test against their competition and show you their balance sheet, profit, losses, margins, and also I'm going to share with you how they compare to their competitor. All right? Who's that? We'll show you that in a minute. No notable short interest. The EPE forward is negative 0.26. If we look at the analysis here, ratings, Seeking Alpha analysts, they say it's a buy. Wall Street strong buy, or quant with no emotion attached is purely a hold. So no one's selling here, and it's a hold and a buy at this level. We'll come on to the valuation in a moment. What about valuation? Well, it's more expensive than it was. It was B+, it's now C+. Growth, A, moved up from A- 6 months ago. Profitability has dropped, though, to D-. Momentum, A+, that's continuing. It's because you can see the momentum, it's always trending, this stock. That's hence why it's up and down like a yo-yo. Revisions, B-, that's down from A 6 months ago. All right, okay. What about the competition? Well, we'll talk about this now. We're not going to go over what the company description is again. We've just done that. If you want to pause the video, you can see the all of the information. This is what I've prepared for you here, but just pause it. I'm not going to waste your time reading it again for you. All right, competitors and unique value. POET Technologies faces competition from a variety of companies in the photonics and semiconductor industries. Notable competitors include Ciena. Now, I'm going to do a back test against Ciena in a moment. You can compare it and you can see, if you like the space, which one is the best for you. POET Technologies' unique value proposition lies in its optical interposer platform that integrates electronic and photonic devices on a single chip. The integration allows for significant cost reductions, scalability, and energy efficiency, which are crucial for data centers and AI applications. The company's partnerships with industry leaders like Mitsubishi Electric and Luxshare enhance its market position by leveraging their technological expertise to develop high-capacity optical engines. POET's focus on innovation and strategic collaborations positions it advantageously in addressing the growing demands of AI and cloud computing infrastructures. Now, if we look at the ratings here, we can see that the valuation, POET valuation, is extremely high compared to its sectors. Its sector peers. The price-sales ratio of 6.948 is significantly above the sector median of 3, indicating the stock is highly overpriced. Growth metrics, strong potential with forward revenue growth projected at 96%, far outpacing the sector's 7%. This reflects POET's robust expansion projects. Okay, that might explain why they're losing money if they're investing heavily at the moment. Profitability. The company struggles with profitability with a negative return on total assets, negative 63%, significantly below the sector median of 2%. This indicates inefficiency in generating returns from its assets. Again, it could be a time of investment. Momentum. POET's one-year price performance is impressive at 214%, substantially outperforming the sector's negative 2%. This suggests a strong bullish sentiment among investors. All right, and the revisions, finally, they have been 0 revisions in earnings estimates over the last 3 months, indicating a lack of new insight or adjustment from analysts. In summary, while POET demonstrates strong growth and momentum, concerns about its high valuation and poor profitability metrics warrant a hold rating. The absence of earnings revisions also suggests a cautious approach to its fundamental outlook. Now, this makes sense. If it's got the potential for growth and the momentum and everything else, but it's spending money investing on itself, then obviously the profits are lower. But also, if the bullish sentiment is there, the stock can be overbought because people are buying a future price, and people will look at this and go, "It's cheap. It's only $4." That's not how you should look at it. What's the same? What's the difference? One share at $100 or 100 at $1? Okay, it's the same thing. Don't be like, this is cheap, let's buy it, it's AI, it's got all this growth potential. It might not necessarily be great, but people will always overbuy a stock that has potential growth. All right. Okay, now I mentioned earlier on about doing a back test to Ciena. Well, this is important. Ciena is one of its competitors. Now, if we go back to 2016, that's as far back as we can go, you can see if you put $10,000 in POET in 2016, you've now got $5,000. You've lost half your money. If you put it in Ciena, you got 38, nearly a 4x over the same period. And the S&P 33. So as you can see, Ciena is in green, the S&P is in blue, and then the dark blue down the bottom is POET. You can see how Ciena has outperformed the S&P and way outperformed POET. So that's worth noting. And that's from 2016. Okay? All right, because of course, POET was around before it was a publicly traded company. It's only been public since, if I just remind myself again, since 2022. So 3 years, but 2016 is when the company, we can go back as far as that because that's where they all compare from. All right. Okay, so Ciena has outperformed. It's even outperformed the S&P. So if you like this sector, you might say, well, actually, I'll take a closer look at Ciena, and that could be another stock review for another day. Anyway, let's now go and look at the numbers in more detail and see what its balance sheet looks like. So let's do that right now. If you like this so far, please consider subscribing and also tap the like button would be very much appreciated. It shares it out to more people and helps us grow on YouTube. We try to be the most honest, most live channel in the world. That's what we're all about. And let me share with you live. I never know what's going to happen, so I'll do it live now. We're trying to get to 75,000 subscribers, 74,822. We're moving up during this live stream, which is nice. Thank you very, very much indeed for that. All right, let's carry on and show you now some visual representation of how the stock is positioned. All right. Okay, so looking at the intrinsic valuation says the stock is actually undervalued, not overvalued. This is interesting. However, it's based on multiples and doesn't use DCF valuation. That's because we're losing money. So the real sense of this is it's overbought, it's too expensive. However, retail investors who don't study balance sheets, don't look at all the details, they look for the intrinsic valuation. That's it. We've done this before. We've done polls asking people if they've read the balance sheet. 85% haven't. So this sort of information really does stand out to retail investors. They'll look at it and go, it's undervalued, it's AI, it's trendy, it's sexy, it's got growth, it's cheap because it's $4. All of those things are bad. All of those things are not the way to measure a stock, but it's what a lot of people do who don't understand investing. So they'll go, this is great, I'm loving it, and they're buying it, and they're overbuying it. So just worth mentioning, okay? Give you a full rounded picture. Again, I'm not here to promote stock. I'm not here to pump a stock. I'm not here sponsored by anyone to pay. I don't do Seeking Alpha analysis, even though I could, because I am a partner with Seeking Alpha. I have a referral. I'll give you the link now if you like my Seeking Alpha and Alpha spread. And they want to pay me to do these videos. And I say no, because then I'm influenced. I don't do it. Like I got offered $30,000 to do some crypto projects, promote some crypto projects, and same thing. I just don't do it. So that's why you can trust what I'm saying here. No one is paying me, or they try to pay me, and I just refuse it all. I'm not interested. I want to do a good thing, not a money making thing for me. Okay, so revenue up 3% on the most recent range, and expecting an S curve over the next couple of years. That's what we're looking for. That's what a lot of people are noticing. That's why they're overbuying the stock, thinking it's great. The intrinsic value looks cheap. The stock looks cheap, but the future potential looks fantastic. So operating income is down at 6%, but look, S curve coming in 27. It's only 2 years away, right? Net income going down, but expecting that to increase. Free cash flow negative 7%. Operating cash flow down 9%. They're obviously investing. You can see that. EPS down 12%. That was 12%, wasn't it? Yes, it was. I just want to make sure. Okay. What about our balance sheet? 50 million, very, very small company. This will trend on YouTube. More people will talk about it. You'll see this pop off once our video comes out. No question about it, especially if I do reviews, further news updates. If my members request me to do an earnings, I'll cover an earnings for you. And I guarantee it'll start to trend on YouTube. No question about it. All right, 50 million in assets, of which 41 million is in cash. Too much cash, in my opinion. I don't just want a cash business. I can be a cash business myself. All right, 50 million assets, 41 in cash. If we look at liabilities, long-term debt, none at all. 204,000. I could pay it off in 5 seconds. So the balance sheet is going to be great. Profits aren't going to be great, but the balance sheet's fine. They're not going to go bankrupt. Another plus for buying this stock. People want to buy this stock because it looks cheap, it's got all the excitement around it, it's trending, and it's not going to go bust. The intrinsic value looks better than it really is, and everything else, the potential and the growth and all this stuff, it looks good. But however, we're lacking in knowledge. Look at this. No operating margin, no net margin, no FCF, everything zero, nothing reported, no DCF valuations at all. So, you've got to bear that in mind. Profitability, 19%, making no money, losing money, actually. And solvency, 68%. Like I said, it's not going to go bust. You can buy it and think, oh, I can buy all this. What about the potentials here? Well, 31% worst case scenario from Wall Street, 38% on average, and POET highest forecast is 48% up. So the potential is there. So let me do my roundup of this stock. If you did like it, Alpha Spread Seeking Alpha is in the chat. For those of you watching it later, I'll put below in the description of the video. I'll also pin it to the comment so you can see it. And when this video premieres, you'll be able to see it in the live chat as well. It will come out later as a world premiere. Never been seen before video. I'm making this live right now. There you go. You can also join our Discord for our free training and everything else. We provide scalp training, which is very important for this. Plus, you might be interested to know on Sunday, Sensei will do a chart show, and I'll give you the link for that at the end, and you might want to join Sensei for the chart show so you can get some technicals on this as well. So let me give my final thoughts on POET Technologies. Well, it's got some momentum. It's got some growth potential. It's a tradable stock. It's up and down like a yo-yo. It's in a sexy sector. You might want to consider Ciena though as a competitor. I can do a full review if you want me to. If you are a member and you super thanks this video or super chat it when I'm making it live and request the earnings, I can do the earnings for you as well. But this will trend when it comes out on our channel. I see some potential here. However, there's not enough information to make an informed decision. And because it appears to be cheaper than it really is, because the intrinsic value, a nice headline number, but it doesn't use DCF, as I showed you with Seeking Alpha, it's actually overvalued, but the simplistic way of looking at it is it's undervalued. And this is where you get a bit of a trap. People go, oh, this is cheap. It's a penny stock. I'm going to buy it. There's not enough information here, so it's a gamble. It's speculative. It's not going to go bust anytime soon, but it doesn't make any money. There are others in the space that are potentially doing better, but it has the growth potential. It could do well. It's a high risk, high return. So I wouldn't buy it. I don't take risks on my money. I've got $317,000 invested now, and I don't take risks on my money. So I'm not here to pump and dump this stock. I would like to learn more. If anyone gets the CEO to reach out to them and share them with us on the show, we'd love to have the CEO on the show and learn more. But there's potential here. But it's a high risk, high reward type of situation. A lot of unknowns. And if you don't know everything about the stock, in my opinion, you can't buy it. There's plenty of other things you can buy where you know more. All right. So there you go. Click above my head for all the links. Now, when I say click above my head, throughout this video, you'll see little things pop up along here and you can click on them. And if you don't see them, look below in the description and then the more button that opens up all the links that I've put here. So if you don't know where that is, down below in the description, I'll post the Seeking Alpha, Alpha Spread. I'll also give you my playlist for all of my reviews. I've reviewed, I think, nearly 300 stocks now, 7,000 videos over the last 4 years. So you can go and look at other ones and see what you feel, and also be Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread, the software that I use. You can get the links. Over here, I shall create the POET Technologies playlist. So if I do updated news or I do earnings reports, they'll all be up here. And down here, I shall put the full Alpha Spread playlist, my full playlist with all the stocks I've reviewed. You might want to go through. They come out in order. At the top is the latest ones, and you can see the stocks that are trending, what's going on, which you can also see by watching those videos, which ones are trending and what people are buying. It's a very interesting playlist. There you go. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.